Hey everyone, this is the daily angel card reading for Tuesday, the 26th of February, 2019. This is a collective reading, so if something resonates, that is awesome. Let me know in the comments. You can reach out personal message. You could always book your own personal reading. And if something does not resonate, you can either let it fall away, you can ask for clarification, you can still always book your own personal reading. Everything is welcome, everything's acceptable. And if you are new to the channel, make sure that you like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for notification. A few things will be happening. I'll be doing your live readings. I do these a day in advance. If I see a comment, I'll obviously interact with it. Say hi, let me know where you are in the world as well. And also there'll be the whole world that happens in the comments that I will have no idea what's going on. And also an additional treat for you, I will on the regular be tripping and falling over my own words. It's quite entertaining, and that my cards fly everywhere. You'll be seeing me duck around a lot. So let's kick this reading off. Where are we going Tuesday moving forward? There's a lot of reconciliations happening, a lot of people coming up from the past. It's trying to make amends. So that is probably going to be a theme that we are still seeing in the cards today. But again, we're going to see where this is going to take us. So, all right, where are we going first and foremost? Archetype cards, Carolyn Mize, or Mies. If I'm mispronouncing, I'm so sorry. Let's see. Queen. Hey, Sheila. Oh. All right, so far we have Queen. I am using archetype cards. There's 80 cards in the deck. And I give this warning every time, and it's not going to stop now. There are cards that have the titles prostitute, martyr, and God, and, destroyer. You're not any of those things. It's just titles. We're going to see what the substance is underneath and what to be mindful of moving forward. There's one more card in here that I feel is going to be coming out, so let's hang out. I think I know which one it is. No, come on. Too many. Okay, Ursula. All right, so to be true to my word, cards have flown everywhere, so I'm going to get them. 1 second. If I'm gone too long, send a search party. Did you miss me? I missed you. Okay. We have servant. Yeah, you're not a servant. Let's see. The eternal child, teacher, queen. Oh, you're a queen. Alchemist. You have all the tools. This is kind of equivalent to the magician. You have all these tools in front of you. Everything that you have is already within you. It's just a point of what are your strengths and implementing them, because everyone has different strengths. And when you actually key in on a few and let others, around you key in on those and have those complementary ones, that is another thing that builds up a collective energy and empowers each other. Fool, and mystic. This is actually my first archetype. There are 2 archetypes that we all initially work with. And my first one is mystic. And it's kind of, for me, it's kind of obvious because, I do readings, I do spiritual work, I do, hypnosis, all those things. What are some of the archetypes that you work with in your life? And there are a few ways that you can figure that out, which those will be in, later videos. But anyway, so I have mystic and I have desire. But these are things that we, can change through time as we fine-tune our own skills and, change our paths along our life. So that is something that you can figure out and navigate with. And what do you want? How do you embody that? Okay, back to the reading. So, revels in the intimate union with the divine. Fearlessly reveals emotion, helping people laugh at the absurdity and hypocrisy. Well, okay, so I'll send you some links below, Sheila. All right, transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. It's really having faith and trust in yourself. We often dumb down our own accomplishments. What is the point of that? It is healthy to have an ego. You've accomplished something. You've accomplished every single bad day in your life. You've accomplished certifications, goals. You've made it so far in life. Why do we diminish it? What is so wrong with praising yourself? That is what you are learning to push away from right now. The absurdity is you accomplish all these great things, but you're not allowed to talk about them. Yeah, I want a different story. You have so many keynotes to yourself. Put them out there, all right? You can put yourself out on display. It is not bad to have that sense of self. So, radiates the regal feminine, uses her benevolent authority to protect others. How beautiful is that? Get in touch with that feminine aspect of yourself. We all embody masculine and feminine qualities. So this is the nurturing aspect. What are you nurturing in yourself, and what can you give that safety to for others to nurture in themselves? Again, this is talking about what are your strengths and building on those. Your empowerment is giving other people the safety to embody their own strengths and tools. So the ability to communicate knowledge and experience, skills and wisdom. And then you have the determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit, ability to see things with fresh eyes. And then we have delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. Okay, that vulnerability is cracked open. So, I was talking about this with a friend earlier. And what does it mean when you have exhausted every which way of something can't work and you are breaking those karmic cycles? It is a new freedom on life. You don't ever have to wonder. You don't have to put yourself on the back burner. This is a huge time of self and empowerment. It is perfect to be selfish in this. It is perfect for you to say that you have accomplished something, that you want something. It is not bad to want. Why do we have this idea where you want too much, you're too selfish, to this, to that, to the other thing? Yeah, because it's your life. If you're not okay, then what flows from you? I say this all the time. What flows from you is not going to be okay. If you have wants, if you have needs, if you have desires, as long as it's not to the detriment of someone else and what their personal growth is, then you have every right in life to put those into action and actually have that be a strong note in your life. It is perfectly okay to be selfish and make sure that you are served before what relies on you to be served, because that creates a hollowness otherwise. So I hope that made sense, and really your ability to fall into yourself gives others that empowerment. So really hone in on that. This is not just about Tuesday. This is an energy that I've been seeing throughout the collective for a while now. This is a huge empowering time. So you're going to see a general flow through the readings, but this is the time of empowerment, self-empowerment, breaking those old, outdated traditions. It's obnoxious. Let's see. Messages from your angel. Yeah, well, Sheila, it is really difficult because we have that huge sense of guilt. What does it mean if I do this and that, and I'm not giving all my attention to this and that? Well, it just means that you are human. And again, you're putting yourself first. Oop. Cards are flying everywhere. Archangel Gabriel, balancing the scales. All right, I guess it's those. And I want this one. Whoa, okay. Kind of anxious there, eh? So Chelsea Marchand and Sean Marchand are visiting from Canada. So growing up near the Canadian border for the first 17 years of my life, I said a lot. And that's kind of dissipated through time. I still sometimes say it, but lo and behold, I run into a few Canadian friends and suddenly I'm using it like every sentence. But that's a thing. So you have a gift for working with young people. Your divine purpose involves helping, teaching, and parenting children. New psychic and spiritual experiences are changing the way you view the world and yourself. Allow your spiritual gifts to open through study, through prayer, through meditation. And then now that you've asked the angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance. You deserve heaven's help. Then you have an important life purpose involving communication with the arts. Please don't allow insecurities to hold you back. I will help you. This has been a constant in conversation, and I absolutely love that this is coming out in the cards right now. Why do we hold ourselves back? Why do we hold ourselves from our soul expression? What is the difference of someone's opinion going to make on our actual actions? Why do we, I was talking about this earlier, it's that title of entitlement. Take away someone's title in your life, whatever the connection is, whether it's your mother, your father, or your children, or your siblings. Take away their title and see them for the imperfect human that they are, just trying to navigate their own life. They don't have all the answers. They don't have it all together. They are hugely faulted just as you are. But there is this sense of entitlement based on the connection to you. Take away that title. See them for the individual they are, the human that they are, the hugely imperfect person that they are. They have to better themselves. That gives you the freedom of trying to even be perfect in this time. You're not perfect. You will never be perfect. Perfect is an illusion. The only thing that you will be able to do is make yourself the best version of yourself. And what does that look like? What does expansion make you feel like? And this is going to involve so much healing, which I have seen the collective do all across the board. So you are owning that life. You are owning your life, and you are facing your issues head on. You are following the signs and synchronicities head on. You are like a bull running full sprint across the field, hitting everything on the way. You are doing amazing. And when you do that unapologetically, when you are unapologetically yourself, what is happening is people are seeing that. They might show that resentment. Some people might, but that's not your problem. You are giving people that empowerment to actually put their focus on their life, what feels good and what works for them. This is changing a whole set of, I guess I want to say, consciousness for them. It's putting their life on a flip. Your empowerment, your growth puts them on a flip. They have to face their stuff, and that's not your responsibility. This is them owning their responsibility. So in addition to that, make your decisions, ask yourself which brings you closer to your purpose and what takes you away from it. Is living your life vicariously through, sorry about that, through someone else's approval, is that holding you in a space that you no longer fit in? Or does it bring you closer to your purpose? Hold on one second. It's gonna be a moment. It's a thing. Chill, 1 second. Not going in. Hi. How you doing? Okay, so this is a consistency in being brave on your part. It's not just Tuesday. This is the continuous energy that we have been in. It's hitting those high peak moments. Breathe. It's going to be more than okay. It's going to be amazing for you. Huge empowerment. And again, your empowerment gives the external empowerment. It's all about community on this one. Your individuality helps a community, if that makes sense. So now, okay, so be it. Some of the oracle. And then the next day or so, I'm going to be doing another pop-up live. That's always fun. Oh, just now. That's amazing. In the comments, your empowerment might help someone else. I think that's incredible, by the way. All right, not for you in reverse. It's exhausting, the same stories. Not you, but when this card is in reverse, it's like we keep telling ourselves what we really want isn't meant for us. Why do we do that? You know, hold on. Breathe. Just because it's not ideal from someone else's point of view, it doesn't mean that it's not meant for you. Just because it involves work and you feel like you're probably either too late in the game. Oh yeah, that's awesome, Sheila. I remember that. All right. Okay, so what we got is decision time. Guys, this is amazing. Decision time. We have not for you in reverse. Breathe, to be fair. Tribe in reverse. Treasure Island is in reverse, and we have Fork in the Road upright. This is actually amazing. Again, just because it involves work, it could be a little work, it could be more your hesitance, that could be the work, or it could involve a lot of work. You may feel like it's probably too late in the game, too much has gone on, blah, 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 blah. Whatever your storyline is, first, squash it. It's a line of BS. It's going to hold you in the same spot, which you don't really have the option of right now. You could still be, 80 years old, 5 years down the line, whatever it is, and still be 80 years old. Do you want to get a certification? And for the sake of having it, just for the sake of saying that you did something, at least you could say that you went for it, and you could still imply whatever this is in your life. You're still going to be at a destination. What do you want to take with you? Do you want to take the knowledge, the know-how? Do you want to take a new experience with you? That's perfectly okay. Just because something is a little difficult to wrap your head around or grasp doesn't mean that it's not meant for you. It means that you are pushing against the resistance and you are breaking a barrier. So breathe, relax, take responsibility for where you've held yourself back in life, because it's not all external party. It is part of your responsibility. So rip that Band-Aid off right now. Take that responsibility. It is bittersweet, and at least you solidified everything that you are not going to be going back to, and acknowledging what your strengths and weaknesses are so you can at least build on them. And this allows for that separation of people where you don't have to actually get their validation anymore. That's not your tribe. You don't need that validation. You don't need validation from people even of your tribe, because to be in that continual vibration with, like vibration, there is no need for approval. It's just general acceptance and mutual growth in your own progress that is totally nurtured. So this is saying you are truly stepping into finding your tribe as you are doing this. Again, be completely unapologetically yourself and know it by the way that it feels. Okay, so that is, I know how that sounds. It sounds vague, but it's not vague. Find out what feels good and soul-soothing for you. It's not about instant gratification. It's about knowing what feels good for your personal growth. And start making decisions based on that and not out of fear. Your treasures lay elsewhere, and you'll know it by the way that it feels. Always trust that vibration. If it's not matching up or if it's invoking fear, try and figure out why and be completely transparent and honest with it. So this is what we have. This is, again, a huge empowering time. Yeah, be in the moment. Be in the moment. Absolutely. Guys, if you are watching this on the replay, I'm not just randomly shouting out stuff. Go ahead and hit the live chat. You'll see there's some conversation going. All right, so now I want to go to Ask Your Guides from Sonia Chiquette. Let's see where this is going. Okay. What do our guides want to tell us? Okay. Balance. Deprivation. All right. Life force. Discontent. And there's one more. Decisions. So we've gotten decisions. I want to say 1,000,000 times in this reading, which is really, it's fine. It's just being very clear and consistent. It is, okay, so let's see what came out. Decisions, discontent, life force, deprivation, and balance. We often give as much as we can, expecting that the recipient is going to have the same heart, the same intentions, the same mindset, and give that equality back. And that's not the case. They have different heart, different mindset. And yes, you do spread yourself too thin. But this is pretty, the reason why I like this, the reason why I like that is the case is because you are a giving person. And yeah, when you spread yourself too thin, you start to break. But when you heal, it develops that tougher skin. So when someone is trying to have you overextend again, you'll see it for the event that it is, for the connection that it is. And you'll put in that boundary and say no more. So you have been pushed to such a point of discomfort, discontent, that fear of being left out in the cold, to where you no longer care. You want to know what? This is just done. I'm over it. This is time to get off the pot. I'm going to go elsewhere. So this is actually leading to that reawakening, that's a second wind. That fear of being deprived doesn't exist anymore because you've been in survival mode. You know that you can hold your own. And this is you stepping into that sense of bravery. And again, this is all about consistency. You completely got this. So the decision is, what brings you to your expansion? What is part of your illumination? What is your heart path? Communication. That is going to be huge in this. So this is what came out. And now we're going to go with did I do angel therapy? No, I did not. Okay, I'm being drawn to here, but I just didn't want to recycle the cards because I did close a few. It's okay. Again, if you're just chiming in, say hello. Let me know where you are in the world. And let's see. Oh, I pretty much have finished recording all my videos. I've uploaded them. They're on a time release. And as soon as midnight hits on the East Coast, I'm going to release them. It's going to be fun. It's about romance because I love love and all the ways it expresses itself. So when those do pop up, make sure you check out your Sun, your Moon, your Rise, your Venus, your Neptune, your Pluto, your yada, yada, yada. Just check it out. It's a lot of fun. And I love the storylines that get created. See how it marries to your path. Archangel Raphael came out again. This happened yesterday. Hey, Kendra. In Idaho. I have yet to be there. All right. Fine. Feeling lots of guardian issues. It says parent, but instead, because, you know, sometimes we're raised by, we're raised by various people. We're going to go with guardian. I was gone. Okay. The purge, the detox, this has actually been getting easier. I feel like as you are healing these issues with whoever your guardian was, because it is a different time, different path. You may have had abusive guardians, you may have had neglectful guardians, or you may have had someone that was purely enabling you, which is a pain in the arse itself if you ask me. You are healing those wounds. Whatever your storyline is, it is pulling the cord on connections that aren't serving you. And again, if these are really magnificent parents, that can be a storyline too. I'm not dogging guardians. It's just talking about the conditions that we are raised in that don't suit today and how it affected us from the get-go up to this point, because we don't realize the traumas that we are in or how something isn't normal until it's bestowed before us when we are trying to change a situation. So these are the little blips that are coming up, these little bits of trauma, whether it is guardian related or not. These are things that we are healing at this point in time, because that is one of the anchors that holds us back. So when you are facing that, realize that what you have endured isn't trauma. It's held you in a toxic moment, and in a lot of cases being relived. So as you are going through this spiritual awakening, yes, you are guided and protected, and what's standing out to me is the crown chakra, and look at Raphael putting its light on it. Your light is being shined on. So it's perfect timing. This is perfect healing. You are learning what is your energy and what is not. You are learning what is your what your energy and what is not, what is your boundary and what is not, what you are willing to do for someone else versus what they are willing to do for you. So if there is an overextension, again, this is about you keeping balance and working on detoxing all those little quips out of your life and getting yourself on that higher vibration consistently. This is a huge emotional time for you, but I feel like it's an emotionally uplifting time. So look, you're going back to where you are meant to be. You're remembering who you were before all that crap started happening. And pay attention and communicate with your body, because it does give you the signs on what you will be working on. So again, tons of cards, but tons of message. Hey, Binda. Healing away those addictions. We numb ourselves out so we don't have to face it. I totally get it. You're breaking that karmic cycle, and you take it one day at a time. This can be codependency, alcohol, drugs, or just self-sabotage, all those things. Whatever your footing is, that is what you are stopping. And again, one day at a time. All right, we're gonna look at love now, because we can. I love love. All right, where do I want to go? Let's see. This is Doreen Virtue, by the way. Love, love. New love. We're going to talk about reconciliation and single and looking, and possibly seeing how the cards feel about already established relationships. Okay, so we have new love and healing family issues. Okay. Breaking those traditional rules, what no longer suits anyone. All right, this is directly about reconciliations. It's like I feel like soulmates, even ones that haven't met in this life, are calling back to each other. And this is all about reconciliation. You've been dreaming about this. This goes for a lot of you. Well, do what you're being guided to do, Binda. And let's see. This is going to be long-winded down the road. All right. Okay. Make sure all your ducks are in a row. Make sure that you are consistent on your path. When these reconnections come into play, when you are working on these family issues, don't try and deflect what your mission is, what your purpose is. Make sure that you have broken those cycles. So what is coming in is new and wonderful, invoking love. And again, if this is new love that goes with someone who's already been a romantic partner or been in your life for you, it still counts as new love, because all the growth you've been doing, all the purging you've been doing, you are totally a different person. I'm sure that a lot of people have probably been telling you that. So this is all about reconciliation, making sure that you are consistent on your path, you've broken these cycles, and that you are open and receiving to love. It's coming back. It's coming back together, that feeling of amazement. And the more that you fall in love with yourself, the more that you are into yourself, the more that you follow everything that involves your expansion and focus on that personal growth, the more that this love is reflecting to you. So again, like attracts like. Someone is manifesting you into their life. Wouldn't you want to be the best version of yourself? And wouldn't you want to face every part of yourself going into that? And wouldn't you want the same in return? So being fearless and pushing through this and getting on to the next step and just leaving that crap behind, not continuously living in those situations. Wouldn't you want that for yourself? Wouldn't you want that for the soul tribe coming in, the family, the counterparts that are coming in? You are being manifested just as much as you are manifesting a counterpart. All right, like is definitely attracting like. All that fear that you're fearing is what someone else is feeling too, because it mirrors. So work on your stuff and work on your own personal bravery and that's unwavering sense of self. And that is what shows up in life. And a lot of you are seeing the soulmate, twin flame, karmic bond, reconciliations come into play right now. But again, it all depends on how much you focus on yourself and your personal growth and your mission work and falling unapologetically, unconditionally in love with yourself. So I hope that that made sense. And again, if today's reading resonated, let me know in the comments, reach out, personal message. You can always book your own personal reading. If something did not resonate, you can ask for clarification. You can still book your own personal reading, or you can let it fall away. Whatever works. Everything is welcome. Everything's acceptable. You can find me on all social platforms. You can find me on Zen Self-Growth Academy. That's Zen Rose Garden on Facebook, on all social platforms. And, well, I suppose I'll see you guys for tomorrow's reading for Wednesday, and I'll see you for the midweek projections with Zen Rose Garden. And again, you can always book your own personal reading with me. So until next time, stay safe, have fun. I'll talk to you soon.